How is this allowed to happen?
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Two white Muslims.
Go.
Assalamu alaikum.
Warahmatullahi.
Wa barakatuh.
My name's Junaid Rahim,
And my name's Mohammed Yusuf Bashforth.
and affectionately we're known as
The two white Muslims. Assalamu alaikum.
Warahmatullahi.
Wa barakatuh.
Yay, we're back.
We're back.
They've let us in.
I know.
They've
Morning.
let us in.
Absolutely.
Oh, we're in. We're on it. We're on again.
We're actually in.
They've let us in.
Amazing. Anyway, Junaid, what's on the list?
Oh, I've got a long list today.
Long list that we'll not talk about.
Yeah, we always. I could. Do you know? I could say anything. I could say anything.
You could.
I could say anything. We are going to talk about. There's some advice for middle-aged people,
Okay.
and it's brilliant advice.
I need to listen.
Yes, and it backs up what we've been saying all along. I want to talk about Marky Mark Wahlberg.
Yeah.
Marky Mark and his little daily schedule.
Yeah.
Fascinating. Fascinating. You mentioned that I had a birthday yesterday.
Yep.
It transpires I am exactly the same age to within a few days of Marky Mark Wahlberg.
Still in your 20s then.
Absolutely, yes, yes.
fantastic.
20, 28, as you said. As you said.
2028. It's better than me, 2035.
Oh, my goodness. And looking at his routine, wow, I now see why he looks half my age.
Okay.
But he's actually the same age. But a very interesting aspect to that. There's a Coast Guard employee that I think we need to discuss, and a new trend, which I just find, what goes around comes round.
Yeah.
We are absolutely going to discuss the fact that what goes around comes round.
Okay.
And I couldn't be happier. Eddie Murphy's given us something to chat about.
Has he?
He has.
Is he still around?
He is. So loads to talk about. But I want to start with Paul McCartney.
Okay.
We
Fire
were
away.
talking just 2 weeks ago about people kind of spending a lot of money, spending a lot of time to change their looks.
Yep.
And we quoted Hussein Manoa,
Who said?
who said,
It's cheaper to love yourself.
to love yourself. And just a great quote going, oh, I love that, brilliant. And Saf was talking about people who put on makeup, and a lot of makeup, and in our humble opinion, maybe a little too much.
What did I liken them to?
It's a little like a drag act.
Yes.
But, you know, and I
think I just insulted every...
absolutely, yes. And I think
Right.
when I was talking about girls who go from primary school to secondary school and first start doing makeup, I think I likened them to Stephen King's It, where their face is a different colour to the rest of their... But they've got their ears and neck are completely different. So we were talking about that. We were saying, look, it's cheaper and easier to just love yourself.
Love yourself for what you are, yeah.
Paul McCartney, I don't know what... He's got to be late 70s.
Yeah.
Must be. Has gone his natural grey.
Really?
He's stopped dyeing his hair.
Good lad.
And looks great.
I bet he looks so much better.
Looks brilliant.
Yeah,
Because he looks normal.
Yeah.
It's not like, you know, and it looks like it's his hair now.
I've been so looking forward all my life to becoming grey.
Yeah,
I
there's
was
a reason
hoping
for that.
I was hoping that I might be grey in my 20s, but like some people are. But unfortunately,
Nope.
here I am at 55.
Yes.
and there's still a hint.
There
There's
is.
still a hint.
It
of
works,
that,
though. It
of that
works.
gingerness.
It works.
Terrible.
Ginger.
Ginger.
It works. So, yeah, so it's gone great. And people have been commenting, and as anybody went, oh, my goodness, he's gone grey. He looks terrible. No.
What?
Everybody said...
It's gone grey. It looks
great.
natural
Looks
for
brilliant.
once in his life.
Looks brilliant. You know, Philip Schofield used to dye his hair brown
Yes.
to be on television.
Yes.
And even he said, it wasn't me. But all his management team, everybody around was, oh, you can't be grey, you can't be grey,
Yes,
can't
you
be
can.
grey.
Yeah, of course you
and
can.
what he's Silver Fox now, isn't he?
Yeah,
And
everybody loves him
he
grey.
does dye his hair,
Yeah.
but he dyes it like a silver rather than a grey. But he
Uh-huh.
doesn't, he just says, no, I'm grey. He says, I was grey at 21.
Yeah,
This is, you know, why would I go, brown is false.
it is. It is
So
ridiculous.
I just thought, brilliant.
Well
we
done.
must be saying
Well done,
something right.
Sir Paul McCartney.
Yes, we must be doing something right. If Sir Paul McCartney...
He was obviously listening.
He was evidently listening.
to
2
our
weeks ago, he
show
thought, do you know
with
what?
Saf.
He's right. With my 800 million behind me, I need to save a couple of quid.
Yeah.
It's cheaper.
Cheaper.
It's cheaper
Just
to
to love
love
myself.
yourself. I would. Do you know what? I am no
I can hear
longer.
him saying that with my £800 million behind me.
With my £800 million behind me, I need to say it's cheaper to love yourself. So he's gone great. Look, brilliant. We must be doing something right for Sir Paul McCartney to be backing us up.
Alhamdulillah.
I can't. I'm just looking at the time. I'm getting confused. Are we approaching a break, or have we just been in one? Right, shall we just carry on then? Brilliant, that's absolutely fine.
It's
didn't
unlikely.
Start something and find out that we're off.
Given our
It was a
usual
good one, this one.
our usual track record, it's unlikely that we're going to complete that list.
Absolutely, I am working on it though. I'm going to put tick next to that one. I'm actually going to put. I'm putting a tick. How often do I get to put a tick on my list? Don't happen.
Just go off on other stuff.
We do.
I can't help it.
We do.
Just what pings into my brain.
Things just fall in. As child number 3 once said, Daddy, I just had a text message in my brain. Isn't that brilliant? For describing a thought, I've just had a text message in my brain. Oh, brilliant. You mean a thought? I don't know. I just had a text message in my brain.
It just came in as a text.
Brilliant. Love it.
Bless him.
And now,
No.
if I said Romano Fenati,
Yeah.
would you have any idea who that was?
I'm about to Google it.
Yeah.
What? No,
No idea. Nor would
Not
I.
a clue.
Because I'll be honest, I don't watch motorcycle racing.
No, nor me.
I quite like anything with an engine,
Yeah.
especially when it's racing.
Okay.
But motorcycles, they just scare me.
Yeah.
I just think, if there's a crash here, somebody's going to get hurt, and I'm going to see it.
I don't watch them because I'm insanely jealous.
I say, yes,
Because
you have a need.
I want.
A need for speed.
I want a motorbike again.
Yes.
In my life.
Yes.
My life is sadly lacking a motorbike. It really is. Savannah.
When you say again, means you've already been there.
I was there. I was there as a youth, and I swerved that blip. You know the blip that I'm talking about on the mortality statistics.
Oh, wow. Okay.
There is a blip at the age of 17 for young boys.
Really?
Do you know why? They call that blip motorbikes.
Motorbikes.
That's it. And I managed to get over that blip without. And live to tell the tale.
Crikey.
Alhamdulillah. So I was 17 with a motorbike.
Wow.
And I understand now why that blip is there.
Yes.
Because when I look back on the stuff that I used to do,
I'm gonna say, in
I cannot
retrospect.
believe I survived that, subhanAllah.
Oh, my
And if you're 17, if you're approaching 17 and you're out there considering getting a bike,
Yeah.
my advice to you is don't.
Yes.
Leave it until you're 25.
Yeah.
Because by that time, you've kind of calmed a little and
Yes.
settled a little.
And you've kind of learnt roads by then as well.
You've been in a car, you
Yeah.
understand stuff, etc., etc. So take it from me, a seasoned veteran of the motorbike. Don't.
However,
Who is this fella? Who is it?
This chap, Romano Fenati, does.
Yeah.
And he rides a superbike. And he was sacked. He was sacked from his team. Do you know why he was sacked from his team?
Go on.
Because as he was going round on his superbike, motorbike racer Romano Fenati sacked after grabbing rival's brake during race.
Oh, no.
So just think, you're bevving round at, it's going to be over 200 miles an hour, I'm guessing, on one of those.
Oh,
and
subhanallah.
as he's going round the... Oh, no, I didn't want to do that. I wanted to do that.
As
he's
he's
going round the
past.
corner, and there's photographic evidence, he does that.
No.
Pulls Lado's brake.
Subhanallah, that's just
Oh my goodness.
ridiculous.
So there's a photograph of him. He's just going past. He's number 13, looking for some. He's just going past, and as he's going past, he leans across, and the brake handle on the
Yeah.
front actually pulls the brake to slow his competition down.
opponent down.
Oh my goodness!
That's
I remember watching. Was it Lester
unbelievable.
Piggott when he lost his whip? So he went up to the horse next to him and nicked the bloke's
Nicked the whip.
next to him. And again, photographic evidence. You're not going to get away with that, Lester. It's not like tax evasion. Oh, you didn't get away with that either.
No. He
but
did time for that, didn't he?
yeah, but yeah, he's pulling his brake.
Oh, no.
Oh my goodness! I remember.
It's incredible. You know, the lengths that people go to just to win.
Just to win.
You know me and competition, don't you?
Yes, you don't. You
I
don't understand it.
I don't get it.
You don't get it.
I don't do it.
It's not even the taking part. It's just the doing. It's not. It's not.
You just do it
Yeah.
because it's fun.
He won. What do you mean won? You know,
Who-
it's like
who
it's like
did
football.
what?
I enjoy going to watch football, but could they not just make up their mind?
Yeah.
Okay, somebody's better than somebody else. Just leave it at that. We'll all
Yeah.
play for the fun of it.
Yeah. Let's just have a game and enjoy the game.
Just have a game and enjoy it.
Do you remember our five-a-side nights?
Oh, I do.
I'll never forget the
Oh,
five-a-side nights.
brilliant.
They were just superb.
Brilliant.
Yeah, Junaid and I used to go and play five-a-side football
We did.
on a Friday evening
We did.
in a dads and lads footy team.
Yes.
So, as you'll imagine, the dads and their lads
Yes.
played football together. And it was usually a team of dads
Yep.
against a team of lads.
Yes.
And you know what? The dads didn't stand a chance.
No.
So what we did from week 3...
Yeah. Dads
when,
and lads.
When the dads had nearly died,
Yes.
we mixed it up a bit
Yes.
and put dads and lads in the same teams.
Absolutely.
And do you know what? It was
It worked.
brilliant.
It was fantastic.
Now, neither Junaid or I have had a lad at that
Not at the
stage
time,
that was
we didn't, did
old
we?
enough to play the game.
Which
But
shows
we
how
just,
long ago it was.
We just went in just
Yes.
for that, just to make up the numbers.
Our mates were doing
and
it. They needed
enjoy.
some numbers.
I said that I am fearful that I'm going to have a heart attack. So the only reason I'm doing this,
Yes.
other than to get fit, the only reason I'm doing this on these evenings is because in the same team
Yeah.
there was a GP and 2 cardiologists.
Yeah, I was going to say the 3 doctors, of which 2 were cardiologists.
If I'm going to have my first heart attack, I should be in fairly safe hands. But, you know, we survived, and, you know, football was just fantastic.
Yes, it was. It was brilliant.
And
So much fun.
I've never known energy like it.
Yeah.
Yeah, or the use of, or
use of.
the requirement for
Yes, yeah.
energy. That is such a fast game.
Yep.
Such an incredible
Yes.
game.
And given that, because the lads would have been 11,
12, 13.
12, maybe 13 at the time.
Yeah.
And we played up to the point where they were like 16.
Yeah.
And then you had your hernia.
Yes.
And my back went.
Yes.
At very similar time.
Yes.
So we both had to duck out, and it was like when Harris J was here, and he said, "Oh, you know, I was at Chelsea.
Yeah.
I was at Chelsea Academy, and I had an injury.
Yep.
And I was out for a little bit, and when I came back, I couldn't catch him.
Couldn't catch up.
I couldn't catch up. That was the same for us, wasn't it?
Fitness
Just
gone.
in that, was it a month or something? Just in that month,
Yep.
everybody had moved up. So
Yeah.
that was it. Couldn't
Couldn't
do it
keep
again.
up.
Couldn't do it. Couldn't breathe
Go-
by the end of it. And so, unfortunately, that was the end of our five-a-side career, but it was brilliant at the time. I do remember finding out why they wear shin pads.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
When myself and Assad had a little bit, we both went for the same ball and just hit shin on shin. Oh, oh my goodness. Oh, I cannot describe pain.
I know. Terrible.
Cannot describe pain like it.
Terrible.
Oh, it was extraordinary. But the motorcycles, I remember going to place. I think it was out in Retford, and there was a guy there, and he was chatting, doing a bit of business, and he said, "Oh, I just got onto motorbikes," and he was a big motorcycle rider, and he'd gone for tests or whatever they do as a young lad, just as you were saying, to try and ride for a team. And he said, I thought I was the best of the best of the best. Nobody can go quicker than me. He said, and I was going around this track and I was absolutely on it. I'd never in my life gone so fast. He said, it was amazing. He said, and I came around this corner thinking, yes, I am. And as I straightened up, 4 bikes just went boom, 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 boom. Straight back. And he went, oh. He said, it's hard to imagine. It's like when people say, oh, I could drive a Formula 1 car. Try it.
No.
You know what I mean? And even if you could, not like these boys. They just have a different...
speed.
And he just kind of went, oh...
Yeah.
Right, okay. He was on the limit, and these guys were like, whoop, you know, when they come in like a little snake.
My son-in-law is a petrol head.
Ah, gosh, yes, he is.
Petrol head. And... you know my wedding speech at my daughter and his wedding.
Yes.
And I said, you know, there were 3 conditions that I attached to the boy that will marry my daughter.
Yes.
There are 3 conditions.
Yes.
Number 1 is that he's Muslim.
Yes.
Yeah. Number 2
Tick.
is that he's practicing Muslim.
Tick.
And number 3 is that he's a good practicing Muslim. Yeah.
Yay. Tick,
I said,
tick, tick.
never, ever, ever did I imagine the words good-looking doctor and Porsche. Never even entered my head. But yes, he's a petrol head, and that's what he drives.
Yeah.
And he loves it.
Yeah.
And his entire career going forward is mapped out based on, at different stages of his career, the car that he will be able to afford when he gets there.
Yes.
And that's his motivation.
Brilliant.
That's what he does.
Yeah.
You know, and I think, good lad.
There you go.
Crack
That's what
on
works
then.
for you.
Crack on.
Brilliant.
So, when he gets to the top pinnacle of his end game, is to own a Ferrari. That's what he wants. And I think in sometime in the not too distant future, we will have a Ferrari on the streets of Wakefield.
Phenomenal.
Yeah, because he's just going to do it.
Brilliant. And why not?
Assalamu alaikum.
Wa rahmatullahi.
Wa barakatuh. While I'm on Facebook and looking, Shebnam, you know who you are, Shebnam. Thanks for the thumbs up. Yeah, it makes it all worthwhile.
Brilliant.
that alongside all the downward thumbs.
Yes.
Nah, I'm only kidding. There aren't any of those.
Toilet emojis.
All those really seething, steamy heads, red face, steam coming out of their ears. all the angry ones. Yeah. Subhanallah.
Sad face.
No, it's always good when we get some thumbs up.
Yes,
isn't it?
thank you
always
very much.
good. Thank you very much.
Lovely.
Keep listening. Keep spreading the bonkers.
Very good.
Inshallah. So, Junaid, what's the next item on our list then?
Robbie Williams got into loads. I like Robbie Williams.
So do I.
I just like Robbie Williams.
Yeah.
People call him arrogant. Shall I say, I still like him, but I used to like him a lot. You know what I mean? Because people call him arrogant. I was like, no, he's just out there. Oh, he's on everything. Yes.
He's just incredibly successful.
Yeah, and one of the reasons he's so successful is because he's out there. It's self-fueling.
He's earned his own success.
Exactly.
He's worked hard and he's earned it.
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah.
And he's been through the highs, been through the lows, yada, 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 yada. He's a funny guy.
Yeah.
He's had his issues with mental health.
Yep.
But
Haven't we all?
Haven't we all? And he's been very open about it, very candid.
Yep.
And I just think, enough respect. He did a lot of work for cancer charities.
Yep.
I just think, I think, nice guy. Other people might disagree. I think incredibly talented. I think he's always at the cutting edge of certain things. It's quite funny. I remember listening to his albums, and then I was listening to, what's his name? This is going back many years ago. The crooner from the 60s, one of the Rat Pack, but not Frank Sinatra. Dean Martin. I was listening to Dean Martin, and it was because when you have loud music on, you tend to drive quite quickly. And what do points make? Pedestrians. And I was thinking, I need to slow down. So I bought a Dean Martin CD, and it was brilliant. Really relaxed, smooth. Again, this is back many years ago, even before I converted to Islam, long time ago. And next thing you know, Robbie Williams is doing a series of the equivalent of Dean Martin tracks. And it's like, is he doing this just for me? It's weird. Well, he got into a lot of trouble recently because he's now a judge on one of these competitions, the X Factor or something, or Britain's Got Talent or something like that. Yeah. And he got into trouble because
X Factor, and he's on with his wife.
Is he
on the judging panel?
I haven't watched it.
Yeah, and she sits next to him.
Oh wow!
Yeah, I haven't watched it, but I've seen the adverts.
Right. Okay. Does she just sit there? Does she say anything?
Oh, she's one of the judges.
Oh, I see.
Yeah, so they are husband and wife judging team, and they will each get to mentor one of the either groups, ladies, gents, however they do it. But they'll each get to mentor.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Can you imagine if I went on the X Factor thinking, please be Robbie, please be Robbie. Robbie's wife? What? You know what I mean? It's not even close. But he got into a lot of trouble because, they engage with the people on stage and they chat to them. This person was when they move from one gender to another. Anyway.
Yeah.
And he said, and he could see he couldn't quite get his head around it. So he went, so what did your name used to be then? And he was trying to figure out, so did you used to be a boy? Did you used to be a girl? I don't, when you say trans, what does that mean? So what did your name used to be then? And this person told him and just had a conversation, didn't seem at all uncomfortable about it, blah, 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 blah. And then all over the media, all over the press, Robbie Williams is in trouble because he asked for their, and I'm quoting, dead name.
Huh?
This was new to me as well. Their dead name. So if you decide that you don't identify with the gender that you evidently are, and you elect to change how the world should see you,
you identify as
something different,
something else. Okay.
If you change your name, nobody is supposed to ever ask you what your name was.
Oh, okay.
And it's described as a dead name. That name is dead to me.
It's dead to me.
To be fair, which is something we said, dead to me. You've changed. Dead to me. It's a dead name. And apparently it's very rude to ask what that name was.
Is it?
And first of all, I'd not come across that. So
Same here. I would have asked similar questions under the same circumstances.
Exactly, and this is it.
Yeah. If you're confused, you've got to get to the bottom of what's causing you confusion.
And also, if people... So the two things that I wanted to cover. Number one, if somebody does something, but it's completely as a result of ignorance, not knowing, but with no malicious intent.
Innocence.
Yeah.
Innocently.
No malicious intent. What right have other people got to judge? Full stop. There'll be one thing in my life two things in my life: Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala and the good lady. Judging, you know what I mean? So all these people judging Robbie Williams on something that he should have known. Why?
Why should he?
Why should he have known?
And
he shouldn't have asked. Well, they evidently didn't know.
So what?
And the person he asked didn't seem to have a problem with
these people. Have they nothing better to do?
The thing is, it's so the entire world has to change so that you're comfortable, rather than you just accepting that not everybody understands. Do you know what I mean? Why don't you help? Why don't you? Anyway, so that was one side. But then it got me to thinking, your name's Mohammed Yusuf.
It is.
Were you born Mohammed Yusuf?
No.
My name's Junaid Rahim. Was I born Junaid Rahim?
No.
No. If somebody said to me, so what was your name before? What I went, I'm not telling you, it's dead.
It's dead.
Dead to me.
What do you mean, my dead name?
My dead
how
name.
Dare you
how
ask?
very dare you?
Can you imagine?
How very... I said good day, sir. I said good day.
Invite you to leave.
Can you imagine? I'm like, Jimmy.
Yeah, Jimmy, I was Adrian.
There you go.
Okay.
Adi.
That was easy, wasn't
it? Hey up, Adi.
Hey up, Jimmy.
How hard was that?
How's it going?
Are you offended?
Am I a what?
Are you upset in any way, shape or form?
Look at this face.
Or are you particularly pleased that somebody took an interest in you?
Do you know what? I'm actually quite pleased that somebody recognises that I have a past.
Yes.
And is quite happy to talk about it with me.
Goodness.
Subhanallah.
Dead name.
People, dead names.
And by the way, if I'm offending or upsetting anybody out there who's listening, I'm terribly sorry.
Wait a minute.
I'm just sharing my ignorance. I'm saying I had never come across this. I find it extraordinary. Could you please help by not being mad at me?
Yeah.
How can it be my fault for not knowing?
Okay, let me just talk a little bit more about my dead name then. Right, my dead name. Okay.
Changed.
So, when I did my deed poll,
yes,
having reverted to this beautiful religion
and perfect religion,
and I chose to adopt a Islamic name. Yep. I chose to do that. There is no requirement to do that.
Absolutely.
You don't have to do that.
Absolutely.
But I chose to.
Yes.
And I chose the two names, Muhammad and Yusuf.
Brilliant.
They are two big names.
Yes.
They are two names to really live up to.
I was just like you set the bar high when you chose them.
I cannot. Nobody can live up to those names.
Yep.
Those were two amazing people. But if I can become 1% of what those people used to be, subhanallah,
wow,
then alhamdulillah. But do you know what? I chose the name Muhammad Yusuf Adrian Bashforth as part of my
MYA.
As part of my name. I chose to keep my, dare I say it, Christian name.
Yep.
The name that my mum gave me. This is the name. You know what we're supposed to and rightfully supposed to feel about our mothers.
Yes.
Yeah, and the reverence that we hold our mothers in, and for all the right reasons.
Absolutely.
And if I was to say, I'm sorry, Mum, but that name is dead. Dead to me.
Dead name.
It's a dead name.
Dead name.
It's gone.
Yep.
How would she feel?
Exactly.
Subhanallah.
Exactly.
So I would never, ever want to offend my mum in that way. Therefore, I keep all three names.
Yes.
Muhammad,
Brilliant.
Yusuf, Adrian,
I really,
Bashforth.
really do.
That's what I am. That's what I am, and that's what I'll always be. So people don't really need to ask what my former name used to be. Just look at what my name is,
it's in there.
And they'll guess.
It's in there.
Doesn't take much guessing.
Yeah.
But if people do want to talk about that and talk about my previous life, I'm very, very happy to discuss it because I'm now having a better one.
Yeah.
For me.
Yeah.
You know, not everybody will agree with what I've done.
Not the path of choice
What do you mean? What do you mean you've converted to Islam?
Yep.
What
As you were told the other day, switched sides.
Switched sides? What?
Switched.
Excuse me.
The same side.
Excuse me.
I nearly said a rude word there.
That actually.
What a fool.
What a.
switched sides.
freak.
And he was a Christian switch. Anyway.
Switch sides.
Anyway. But yes, so dead name.
That's outrageous.
How would you not have that? So,
No,
as an example-
so for people who've got an issue with what Robbie Williams did,
Yeah.
fair play. If you want to have an issue about that, go off and have one.
Yes.
But I just wish you'd do it in a quiet, dark room somewhere.
Absolutely.
On your own, you
On
sad
your own.
person. You
Yes.
sad, you blithering fool.
Yes.
You buffoon.
The
you
person that
fool.
he asked did not seem to be upset
No.
about it.
He did it in all innocence.
He did it
Just
in all
leave the
innocence.
man
He just
alone.
kind of went, "Oh, so-
why don't you
oh,
just
so what-
crawl back
What did
under
your
the
name used to be? And you could
stone that
see
you came from?
how his brain was working. You know what I mean? I want to say, well, he shouldn't have asked that because it doesn't matter what they were for. But we are who we are. We are who we are.
He was
Van
trying
Odd.
to. I understand by that because I actually did see that clip.
Oh, did you? Right.
Yeah,
Okay.
I actually saw that clip, and I understand. In all innocence, he was trying to understand, the gender representation that
Yeah.
the current. That is the present,
Yes.
present gender representation, because it wasn't obvious either
Yeah.
way.
Because if I can figure out what
wasn't
you
obvious
were
either way.
and
Yeah.
you've changed, I now know what you are now.
What you are now, yes.
Yes.
And it wasn't obvious.
So that I don't
Yeah.
upset or offend.
Correct.
Yes.
Yeah. So in my view, he asked exactly the right question at exactly the right time.
As he
And
wandered into the minefield.
The person concerned had no issue with that and answered the questions with all a big smile on his face. Oh, of course, he's bound to do that because he's in front of a panel of judges that he's trying to impress.
Yes.
However, you can kind of tell, can't you?
Yeah,
You can
absolutely.
I've had 27 years of,
Yes.
of reading people's faces
Yes.
across a desk, trying to understand what it is that they're thinking.
Yeah.
And the face gives so many clues away.
Absolutely.
And that person
Perfectly comfortable.
had no issues with what was being done at
Yes.
all.
Yeah.
And he was completely comfortable with it.
Yeah.
So, world, press, just leave him alone, will
Yes.
you? Just, there's other... Brexit. Go and have a word with the people that are doing Brexit.
Yes.
If you want something to whinge and complain
Yep.
about, because there's plenty there to whinge and complain
Absolutely.
about.
And, but even with that, are you really seeing an impact
Yeah.
in your day-to-day life? No. It's just stuff to fill the papers with. If you want to smile, stop looking at the news.
If you want to smile, start looking at the Quran.
Yes.
If you want to smile, start reading stories of the prophets.
And
If you
Hadith.
want to smile, just read Hadith.
Yep.
Yeah, and read what that beautiful individual, that beautiful person did
Yep.
for us, and he did it selflessly.
Yep.
He did it for us for the whole of time.
Yes.
Just have a look at his life.
Yes.
If you want to smile, have a look at what he did.
And it will be
Alhamdulillah.
relevant to you. It
Alhamdulillah.
will. It will.
Perfect.
Because our little family
Subhanallah.
is expanded. We're getting a little Kit Kat. And the morning that we announced it to the children, a saying came through with a picture on top of it. And it was a cat laying on a janamaz, on a prayer mat. And it was the words of our beloved Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam
Yep.
talking about how that is a good thing, not a bad thing.
Alhamdulillah.
And I was like, oh my goodness, the coincidence. No such thing as coincidence. We do not live in the Matrix. It's all from Allah.
Alhamdulillah.
Oh, that is amazing. Just uncanny. So yeah, dead name. If anybody wants to come and ask us about our dead names, not a problem. Don't exist. Dead name. Ridiculous. Does not exist. And I will place a caveat with that. By the way, if I'm upsetting or offending anybody by saying that, please accept my apologies. I do it from ignorance. That's the point. But I have a dead name, so I mentioned.
You know what? Sorry.
You're not going to.
Sorry. I'm sorry if I've upset or offended anybody by anything that I've said. Tough.
Yes.
That's my opinion, and I'm quite happy to share it with people.
Absolutely.
If people don't like it, get in touch.
Yes. Well, yes.
Tell me I'm wrong.
There are other stages.
Tell me.
But also,
No.
No, I joke.
Tell
We don't
me.
want to. We've only got 3. We can't afford to lose one of them.
Three men and a dog.
Yeah, and imagine that dog going, whoo, as his owner
we're
goes, oh, let's put some of that Radio 4 on. And then he puts Radio 4 on and he goes, so at least they laughed. At least they giggled. Come on. But no, I mentioned it was my birthday yesterday, and I know we don't do birthdays, but my parents, bless them, still do. What was written on the front of my card? James. Did I say, take it back? Take it back.
That name's dead.
That's a dead
That's my
name.
dead name.
Take it back. We've got to love and adore the people that are around us. Not the whole world does not have to bend to us. Occasionally, we need to bend to them, just to help fit in and be nice and be part of society, be part of friends and family, especially. So yes.
My mum is important to me.
Yes, she's brilliant.
And her feelings are important to me.
Absolutely.
And I would never, ever do anything intentionally to try and upset my mum's feelings.
Yep.
When your mum presented you with a card with your dead name on it, what did you say?
Thanks,
Mum.
Brilliant.
Bless you. Thank you so much.
I love you.
Absolutely.
I love you.
Alhamdulillah Rabbil Alameen.
I can now say I'm 48 years old and I closed...
48?
48.
Do you know what? You're wearing that well.
Sorry, 2028.
2028.
As you said, I'm 2028. I'm actually 16 because I'm regressing.
Yeah.
I'm getting younger, not older.
Yeah.
I'm telling you, everything. Went out, we just went shopping because...
I regressed. I just went a bit too far.
We went out because my brother-in-law is across from Australia. He lives in Australia now. He's across from Australia, across from Sydney. So he'd been to see his mum.
He's back over, isn't he?
Yeah, just for a couple of weeks.
Alhamdulillah.
And we went to see him last year. Went to see him the year before. He's come over and went to his mum's in Scotland, and then they all came down. Lovely. So they've been here the weekend. Brilliant. So we went shopping yesterday because things in Australia, especially in Sydney, are quite a lot more expensive than they are here. So what is it? It stocks up on trainers and stuff like that and takes it back for the kids and all that. Brilliant. And Adidas have just suddenly gone, other brands are available, have suddenly gone all retro.
Yes.
So I was just in heaven. I'm like, look at that, that's amazing. Look at that, that's amazing. Oh, look at that, that's amazing. And so I bought something for child number one.
Yep.
And, just put it on. It's like, I forgot why I was saying this. But it was just brilliant. Just brilliant. And completely right. Oh, that's about being 16. So it was like being 16 again. All this stuff. Except when I was 16, couldn't afford any of it.
I know.
And now I can buy it for my son. And I'm like,
great?
Wow. Get my daughter some. Wow, this is amazing. Allah is just brilliant.
Oh,
absolutely brilliant. So, yes, a very good day. And it was great having him across. It was great having them down. And they didn't say, oh, it's your birthday. We don't do birthdays. They just went, brilliant. You know what I mean? Oh, your mum and dad are coming across. Brilliant. Why not? Your mum and dad have sent you something. Your mum and dad are ringing. Oh, that's the point I was going to make. 48 years old, and every single conversation I finish with either my mother or my father, I tell them I love them. I tell them I love them, and I owe everything to them.
Why wouldn't you?
Exactly. You know
why
what I mean?
wouldn't you?
God's blessed me with wonderful, wonderful parents. I am an incredibly lucky chap.
Another shout out coming. Another shout out coming. Are you ready?
Yep.
Gazzy, you know who you are.
Gazzy!
Thanks for the thumbs up, mate. Keep listening. Spread the bonkers. Yes. You know it makes no sense at all.
no sense. I haven't even done two. I've done two on my list. You've just reminded me.
Go on.
Sorry. Child number 3
yes.
is younger than Charles 1 and 2, obviously. And he's
really?
Just,
how do you work that out?
So where they've got up to the comprehensive school, or as I still call it, big school. Yeah, absolutely. Yes. He's at primary.
Yeah.
But it's walking distance.
Yeah.
But he wants to take his bike.
Okay.
So we take his bike. And what I did for the first couple of days was run with him.
Yeah.
And then carry the bike back and then take the bike down, bike down and come back with him. And my good lady is a genius.
Go on.
She's a genius. And she is. She's really creative and she'll make things with the kids and she'll make things for the kids. And she'll just think of stuff. And she just went, well, child number 1 has got a scooter. Uh-huh. Why don't you go down on the scooter? And I don't think I've ever had so much fun taking a kid to school.
You are on a scooter?
Brilliant. He's on his bike. I'm on the scooter.
Wow.
Part of it is downhill.
Yeah.
We have a right laugh. It's brilliant. And then we've got a lock his bike up at school.
Yeah.
I scooter home. I'm home in 5 minutes. And I'm weaving in and out the parents. Morning. And they all move out of the way as Janae comes scootering past.
Fantastic.
Brilliant.
Just brilliant.
So much fun. And so, child number 3 will now say, who's taking me to school? Mummy's taking in the morning.
Oh, does she have to? Oh, Dad, you let me down. You let me down, Dad.
Brilliant. Oh, do you know? So Alice blessed me with amazing parents.
He speaks with a low voice.
Amazing parents. And, you should always be grateful, And I just hope I just hope that my young ones grow up and at some point say the same about me. How lovely, how amazing would that be?
If you want to be somewhere on time, set off a bit earlier.
Yes.
That's it. That's it.
Yes.
Don't be like my missus.
Full stop.
Full stop.
When it comes to setting off, I mean.
Do you know what I was going to?
Sorry,
I was going to qualify that. I was going to qualify it, but I think
just with regards to time.
Nah.
No,
I'm not going to qualify it at all. Do you know what I'm going to qualify? I'm going to qualify. Junaid?
Yes.
You did it wrong, mate.
What was that?
You did it wrong.
Did I?
And I'm really I'm unhappy.
What have I done?
I'm upset.
What have I done?
It's never going to happen again.
How have I vexed thee, sir?
Honestly, it's never going to happen again. I promise you.
Are you taking it off me?
I might.
Are you going to take your bat and ball home?
I am. I am.
What have I done to vex thee?
You took the tea bag out of my tea.
Did I? It's a habit, you see.
I mean, what?
Did I do it? And then I even came to him and went, "Oh, I think I've taken the tea bag out. I think I've taken the tea bag out. I think that might be in the bin.
What were you thinking?
It's in the bin. I'll go get it for you. It's in the bin.
Get it anyway.
Oh,
no,
I'm so sorry.
Fair enough.
I'm so sorry.
Subhanallah. I tell you, do you know what? Junaid.
What?
Do you know what we've got coming up?
Ooh, what have we got coming up?
We've got several nights where we're speaking.
Oh my goodness, yes.
And several days where we're speaking. We're just on it all. It's just out there all the time. Dare I say it? We've been on other radio stations.
Yes,
but we have.
Yes,
and we're going to be on TV again.
We are. We've been interviewed for television again.
Do you know what? It's all good. Alhamdulillah. But there's something coming up, and it is the Muslim Lifestyle Expo. And I'm so looking forward to that.
Me too.
Heritage Radio will have a stand
at
the Muslim Lifestyle Expo.
Yep.
We're going to have some microphones.
Yes.
We're going to be jaunting around the place.
And we're going to find you.
Randomly interviewing people.
We're going to find
get ready. It's going to be you.
Yep.
So we'll randomly interview people. This is something that you have to get to.
Yes.
This expo is a once a year thing. It's absolutely jam-packed full of things that will entertain Muslim audience. It's the Muslim Lifestyle Expo. Alhamdulillah. And do you know what? One of the highlights of that day?
We're talking.
The two white Muslims.
Yeah, two white Muslims.
Take to the stage. Take to the stage.
Yeah.
They've given us 10 whole minutes.
Yeah, they said 10 minutes.
10 minutes.
I said, no, when we've got the microphones, it won't be.
10 minutes, are you joking? It takes us 10 minutes to go through who we are.
Yes, exactly.
And what we do.
So what time were you looking to finish tonight? 6. I hope you've got it booked till 8.
Call it 8, shall we? So looking forward to it, inshallah. Assalamu alaikum.
Wa rahmatullahi.
Wa barakatuh.
How are we doing?
Alhamdulillah.
How are we doing?
How are you, sir?
Listeners, how are we doing?
Oh, you're talking to them,
this
are you?
morning? I am. Can you hear them?
Hang on a minute, they're not in this room. Oh, maybe they are.
Can you hear them screaming? Who are you to ask me? Are you not entertained?
How dare you? How dare you even contemplate asking me that?
I got a word that I was just writing down there and I forgot what that word is. I can't spell.
Entrepreneur.
No, it's not that. They call me a guru because they can't. Charlatan.
Charlatan.
That's it. Charlatan. We'll use that. Charlatan. Right. Brilliant. Yes.
Anybody out there?
They call me a guru.
Anybody out there? Have you got any jokes?
Have you got any jokes?
Got any jokes that we could broadcast?
Yes.
Because we want to be able to tell some jokes.
Yep.
Yeah, and they need to be broadcast. I can't say quality, broadcast standard. No, it's not. Broadcastable.
Broadcastable. They've got to be broadcastable.
Got to be broadcastable to a family audience.
Yes.
Inshallah. So if you got any nice, clean, inoffensive but funny jokes, let's have them. Why do I laugh every time I say the word Imodium? I've no idea. It's not a laughing matter. If you need that stuff, there's no smiling, is there?
No.
You can't write and think at the same time.
God, that would be another long journey as well, wouldn't it? That would be another long journey.
Subhanallah.
Oh, coffee's a diuretic. You learn that.
Yeah, you do, don't you?
When you set off on a long journey. I'll have a cup of coffee to keep me awake. It might keep you awake. It'll also keep you regular.
Absolutely. Keep you going.
Yeah.
Well, I've been put on some new meds, dare I say it.
Have you?
Yeah, I tell you. It's having exactly that effect. Exactly that effect. It's crazy.
If you'll just excuse me.
If you just pardon me, I'll be back shortly. I'm going to be saying that every 10 minutes.
Oh, wow.
Honestly, it's crazy.
Wow.
Crazy.
I have to say...
For the first time in my life, you know my missus calls me an old man.
Yes.
And
yes.
she's got every reason to,
Yeah,
because I am a man and I am old.
Yes.
So therefore, the two go hand in hand.
Yeah.
But do you know, I've become more like an old man over the last couple of weeks.
Oh.
Getting up in the middle of the night.
Really?
Yeah, I know, and I've never done that in my life.
Really?
Yeah, these meds. Terrible.
Oh, my goodness.
Terrible just to have that effect.
Wow.
Crazy. Why on earth am I talking about?
I don't know. I've got to tell you something whilst it's fresh in my mind.
Oh, yes.
So that I don't forget.
It will fade.
Because it was...
in seconds.
It was funny. So, kind of, very long story short, we're getting a cat.
Yes.
And it's brilliant because child number 1, 2 and 3 have been saying, can we have a cat? 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 No, we can't have a cat. Can we have a cat? No, we can't have a cat. Can we have a cat? No, we can't have a cat. Can we have a cat? Why can't we have a cat? And my resistance has worn down.
Yep.
And it would appear so has the good ladies. Now, I'm quite amenable to having a cat because we had a cat when I was younger. Not when I was young, not when I was my children's age. I remember wanting one, and then my parents got one when I was a bit older. And man, did we love it.
Yeah.
Like you say about just being a member of the family, and it's hard to describe for people that don't have cats or dogs that they become a member of the family. They have a personality.
My cat
it's weird.
My cat is a very integral part of my family.
Absolutely.
He's a boy cat.
Yes.
And given that I've got a missus and 2 daughters, he helps to balance out the hormones in the house.
Yes, exactly.
And he does it very well.
Exactly.
He does it with a smile on his face.
Yep.
My little cat.
So
Bless him.
the children, my parents had invited, they've got a touring caravan, they go all around the country, but they like going to the East Coast. And they'll nip to the East Coast. And when they nip to the East Coast, for one weekend out of the year, they'll say, bring the kids and leave them. They're close enough if anything happens, but they're far enough away for you to just chill out for the week. Oh, I love it.
Alhamdulillah.
So this year we did it just a couple of weeks ago. We dropped the kiddies off. And as we drive back, I said, what we're going to do? What we're going to do? And the good lady said, should we go and have a look at cats? And I was like, huh? Really? So I said, yes, I think we should. So we just went
That
to
was your
RSPCA.
missus that said that?
Yes. And it's because, like I said, a resistance to be worn down by child number 1, 2, and especially 3, I think.
Yeah.
So I went and had a look, and we went to cat protection. It was very nice, some nice cats in there, lovely. And then we went to RSPCA, and there was one, and he just absolutely stole our hearts. And it's amazing. Again, you think, they're all the same. No. So, and they've called him Derek. So
Okay.
we will be changing the name.
I'm sure.
But the thing is like a ginger tabby.
Yeah.
So he's like ginger and sort of a whitey grey.
Yeah.
But it's all kind of merged together at the moment. I don't know if it'll separate. I don't know. But at the moment, so it just looks it's beautiful.
Yeah.
But we took the kids to see him this weekend because I just wanted to make sure everything was fine
Alhamdulillah.
before we told the kids. Took them to see him on Saturday. I said, we're just going for a test. All we're doing is to see whether or not you're allergic to cats. And cats, wow, brilliant. You know what I mean? So we went and took him in. And then they went, can we not took him in to see this cat? I said, the OSPCA very kindly said they've got one cat that really likes children. So we're going to go in there and just see if you're allergic to cats. So we'll just go in, play with this cat, just to see if you're allergic to him. And then as they're playing with him, and they all looked and went, could we not just have this one? I went, let me see what we can do. Knowing full well we'd already put a deposit on him. You know what I mean? Yeah. And child number 2 turned to me and went, have you seen his colour, Daddy? It's beautiful. It's like a mix of ginger and grey. It's like you and Uncle Yusuf had a cat. It's a mixture of grey and or white and ginger. It looks like you and Uncle Yusuf had a cat.
Subhanallah, alhamdulillah.
Oh, brilliant.
Just love the way kids' minds
Brilliant,
work.
amazing, isn't it?
We've had a text in.
Oh, really? Brilliant.
We've had a text. Do you know what the text says?
I would love to know what the text
It
says.
says, stop being cheeky. Who do you think that might be from?
It's got to be... Oh, is it... I was going to say, and I thought, no, I can't. Has Saf got in touch?
She has indeed.
Brilliant.
And she's telling us to stop being cheeky. I mean, pot, kettle, black, kettle, pot.
Why, Mr. Kettle? Please. You're looking a little black. What?
Listen, love.
I can't say Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
Barakatuh, bismillah.
Oh, Saf. Bless you.
Nice to hear from you. Thanks for writing in.
Oh, I guess you're listening on the phone, are you? As you're scrolling up and down, looking at other things, and brilliant,
generally being silent.
Yeah, it was so funny when I did that in the studio. I'm like, it's not even that you're in the studio. It's not even that we're doing this. You're in the studio. Brilliant. Which, by the way, went up as a podcast.
Yeah.
Part of that when Saf was here went up as a podcast, and the feedback has been brilliant.
Yes, it has.
Absolutely brilliant. Because we have a YouTube channel called
The Two White Muslims.
That's TWO
White Muslims.
So if you search TWO
White
White Muslims on
YouTube,
you'll take us through to our
YouTube channel.
And there you'll find...
Sinead's got a problem this morning. He can't finish his own sentences.
Can't finish his own.
Bats them over to me.
Can't finish his
For some
own.
reason. Sentence.
I don't know why that's tickled me. I was going to say European tour, only because one of the talks is in Wales. But our global tour, England and Wales. We're yet to do Scotland. We will no doubt be doing Scotland.
Inshallah.
And I'm working on doing one in Australia.
Inshallah.
So I could return the favour and go see my wonderful brother.
We're also, as we speak, being introduced to the Dean Show in America. So watch this space, guys.
Dean Martin.
Yes, that's it.
Given what I've been talking about. No, Dean Show in America.
Dean Show in America.
Brilliant.
Yeah. So we're being introduced there.
Wow.
So, inshallah, we'll be flying stateside to do some shows out there, which would be quite cool.
US uncle of American stateside.
What?
I don't know.
No idea.
No idea.
Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. This is a breakfast show with me, Yusuf Bashford, and my beloved brother and a friend, Junaid Rahim. Junaid, I'm trying to make an accent of an Asian man.
Perfect.
I'm doing the best I can.
Yeah, perfect.
And I won't be able to do a northern sense of humor with it, of course.
Nope, but it means that you fit right in.
Because if I do northern sense of humor, it would not go with the accent.
Yes.
So how am I doing so far?
You're doing very, very well indeed. That's why you grew a beard, wasn't it? So that when you go to the mosque, you'll fit right in.
Exactly.
You'll not stand out.
I just need to colour it black now. And... So, as I said, I'm Yusuf Bashworth with my colleague Junaid Rahim, whose name even I forget. I'm doing so well.
Very good.
I'm going into character so deeply.
As you should. We're affectionately known as the Two White Muslims.
Yes.
And I'm stunned because I was reading something. If you don't mind, I'm just going to go straight into this. I was reading. Have you heard of Mark Wahlberg?
I have not actually.
He's an American. He used to be Marky Mark because he was a singer, songwriter, rapper. And part of a boy band, and then went on to an acting career, and is incredibly famous. As it happens, is exactly the same age as me. I found out yesterday, which I just find absolutely stunning. But he's shall we say, he's quite fit.
Okay.
So to say that he's the same age as me, he looks half my age.
So you mean not fit as handsome fit? You know, in
both.
Street there are two languages really.
Yes, yeah, both. He's both fit as in handsome, but he's also fit.
He's twice fit, really.
Yeah,
double fit.
He's famed for it now. He's a very fit individual, good looking as well.
Mashallah.
But it's really interesting because there's been a lot in the kind of social press of late about his daily routine.
Yes.
His daily routine begins at 2:30 in the morning.
My God.
So every single morning, wakes up at 2:30. He goes in an oxygen tent and all this kind of thing. He has 2 workouts and it goes to all things. But what I found fascinating, 2:30 he gets up. 2:45, guess what he does for half an hour?
Praise.
MashaAllah. Praise. Isn't that amazing?
Yes, amazing.
So, Hollywood star who had a bit of a rough upbringing.
Yes.
He was a bit of a ne'er-do-well as a child, shall we say. And now supremely successful, absolutely fantastic. Gets up at 2:30, 2:45, prayer time.
MashaAllah.
I just thought that was absolutely phenomenal.
No.
Phenomenal.
I'm trying to do both accents at the same time.
It's you. It's you. Nobody will know.
Yusuf Bashford with Asian accent here.
Nobody will know.
I'm doing so well.
I've been stood out there listening. This is perfect.
Yeah. Only your mother could tell you apart. Honestly.
Should struggle.
Yeah, it's incredible. Incredible.
Fantastic.
I know.
Absolutely.
Please take over.
Yeah.
Shall I take over?
Exactly. Thank you so
Thank
much.
you very much indeed.
Shall we give the game away and tell them who you really are?
I think we should. This is our beloved manager, station manager, boss.
boss
Boss.
man. Hello's the boss. He keeps saying he's the servant, but
Yes,
no, I still call him boss. Our beloved Waqar Abbasi.
Yes.
He introduced himself the other Friday night to some guests, and he said, "My name is Abbasi, but if you can't say that, just say ABC."
Oh, brilliant.
Brilliant.
We were just chatting about Mark Wahlberg.
I know this story, so I've seen this story. His routine
Yes.
is phenomenal.
Yes.
But the way it starts is in the morning.
Yep.
How long?
Half an hour
Half an hour.
Of?
Doing what?
praying.
Praying.
Half an
Subhanallah,
hour of
alhamdulillah, rabbil alamin. He's got the right idea.
MashaAllah.
How does he start? And what time?
It gets up at 2:30.
Yeah.
Has 15 minutes to do what he needs to do.
Yeah.
2:45 for half an hour.
Pray.
He has prayer.
Wow.
And then he has an incredibly busy schedule, which includes 2 workouts,
Yep.
going in oxygen stuff,
Yeah.
whatever it's called, doing this, doing that. Time with his children, family time with his children, eating meals with the children, meetings, and then he's back in bed. I think it was 9:30 at night.
Wow.
The thing is, he could quite easily say, "I'm not getting up at 2:30. That's true. I could have another half hour in bed, couldn't I? If I just cut out the prayer bit."
Yes.
Does he?
No.
How cool
He prays.
is that?
He starts every single day with a prayer.
So what does he attribute his success to, I'm guessing?
Allah.
A higher being. Allah.
Allah.
I think that's brilliant. And he might refer to Allah with a different name, but
Allah.
he's talking about Allah.
Allah.
He's praying
You
to
know,
Allah.
when you keep repeating-
he has an attitude of gratitude focused on
Allah.
Allah.
Allah. Do you know when you say the word Allah and you keep repeating it,
Yeah.
and when you say Allah, 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 what does that remind you of? Allah, Allah, Allah.
Oh,
Allah.
this is like a heartbeat.
It's your heartbeat.
Yes.
It's your heartbeat.
Yes.
Yeah.
In more ways than one.
Allah.
My goodness.
And when you say the word Allah, it starts in the back of your throat, doesn't
Yeah.
it? And Allah goes through your tongue
Yeah.
and ends with a
Very
breath.
natural
Allah,
exhalation of
Allah,
yes.
Allah, Allah. It's perfect.
Which is probably why children find it so
Easy
straightforward,
to
so easy.
say.
You know what I mean?
Easy to say.
Brilliant.
Yeah? Alhamdulillah.
Awesome.
Even his name,
Yes.
Alhamdulillah,
Even the name
is perfect.
just phenomenal.
Perfect. If you're on the school run, I'm afraid you're very late.
Yes.
So you should have got up. We told you.
We did say
We were here. We were telling you.
Take a book out of take a leaf out of Mark Wahlberg's book.
Yes. 2:30. Maybe not. You'll be dropping asleep by lunchtime.
To be fair.
Can you imagine poor kids?
Wake up! What? How long was I out?
It's geography. It's geography. Oh, that's enough to send anybody to sleep anyway.
Yes. Do you know? Hey, no.
If you're a geography
you
teacher,
can't say that. You can't say that. You can't say that because
Well, I just did.
because geography teachers,
Yeah.
geography teachers are the most talented teacher in any school. Do you know why?
Really? Go on.
Do you know why?
No.
Because they take the entire globe, every facet of the world on which we live, and somehow make it boring.
It's an
How can you make that
extraordinary
boring?
talent. It's an extraordinary talent.
It's like history.
These
history
people
teachers.
are amazing.
History teachers, they take the whole of human history and somehow
And send you
make
to
it
sleep.
boring. How can that be boring? I sit and have conversations with ours about. Well, I did with child number 2. Your child number 2, because I have a passion for history. I quite like history. I'm not brilliant, but I like talking. Yeah, I like and history interests me.
Clearly.
So I'll talk about history. And she was doing anything on World War One, so I had a conversation with her about World War One. I've had a similar conversation with child number 1. He went to school. Teacher's asking all these questions, and he's kind of sheepishly putting his hand up, going, "I know this one as well. I'm sorry, love, but I know this one. I know this one." I said, "How do you know that?" Because my dad talks.
Yeah,
he just talks.
Talk to me, Dad.
And
he knows stuff.
And it's just interesting.
Yeah.
Because I say, it's my great-grandfather, your great-great-grandfather fought and died in that war.
Yep.
And your other great-great-grandfather fought and lived. He was in the Sudan.
Yep.
And he's got had lots and lots of funny stories.
Yep.
Your other one, your great-great-grandfather, I never get to see. You will never get to see until we pass on, inshallah, if we're blessed. I don't know how it works up there. I mean, I'd love to think that we're going to rub shoulders at some point. If we have shoulders, I think we're just going to be light. So we'll rub whatever you get when you're light. But however it works. And just make it fascinating. How can you make history boring? And I'm gonna go a step further. RE teachers.
Heavenly shoulders.
RE teachers. How can you make religious education boring? How can you do it?
Shoulders.
How can you do it? Well, I think we're just light. I think we're going to be just light. So whatever you have,
shoulders.
Light shoulders. You have light shoulders. Heavenly shoulders. I want to rub heavenly shoulders with my ancestors, and I want to say thank you. Thank you. Because were it not for you, I wouldn't have been here.
Subhanallah.
And I want to say thanks, Allah. You're brilliant. You're amazing. You know what? You're amazing because I know.
Amazing.
I know. You say, I still want to tell you. I know.
I know.
I've heard it before.
I know you've told me often enough,
yeah.
but I want to tell you.
I want to tell you.
You're amazing.
You're brilliant.
You're brilliant. You're amazing.
You're brilliant. From some people, you don't get enough credit.
That's right.
You don't. From others, loads. Love them. Let's help the others.
Yeah. Bring the others on side.
Yep.
Yeah. Just bring them on side.
Yep.
Yeah.
Can you imagine?
One by one. What did we set out to do a few years ago, Junaid?
Change the world.
It's not hard, is it?
Nah.
Just change it.
You change the world just by being in it.
Yes. Just
How you change it, that's up to you.
It's not hard.
Not hard.
Just be who you are.
Yep.
Enjoy and embrace who you are.
Yep.
Thank Allah for every single breath that you take.
But just
show people what they're missing out on.
Absolutely.
Tell them.
Just be nice. Be happy.
Tell them. Can you imagine?
Smile.
Can you imagine all these people that are clueless? All these people that are wandering around really sad and
miserable.
And withdrawn.
Yeah, I'm happy. Tell your face.
Really.
Tell your face.
It really doesn't look like it.
Does anything good happen in your dreams?
I'm really happy. I'm really.
God, but you see him.
I am happy.
Face like a long weekend in Blackpool. Have you seen it? What?
Oh God, can you imagine?
Sorry, wet weekend in Blackpool.
Wet weekend.
So a long weekend in Blackpool would be brilliant.
Long weekend.
Wet weekend
when it's raining.
So good.
Nah,
yes, not so good.
You don't want it.
Blackpool is an outside place. It's an outside place.
It is.
Can you imagine? Creating the universe? The cosmos,
Come on.
the stars, the planets, creating the concept of light and dark, creating the one planet that you're going to place this species on, and making everything cyclical.
Can you imagine? Can you imagine coming up with the idea of cell division?
Like I say,
come on.
Just creating the world.
Cell division.
When you take it down to, and giving people eyes and hearts and lungs, and say, you know what those lungs are going to do? They're going to breathe in and breathe out for the whole of your life. They're never going to breathe in, breathe out until the day you come back to it. They're going to breathe in,
all
breathe
they're
out.
going to do is.
Do you know what they're going to breathe in? Air. Do you know what you're going to keep? Oxygen. Do you know what you're going to expel? Carbon dioxide.
Yeah, and then you've got trees.
Do you know what they're going to breathe in? Air. Do you know what they're going to keep?
Carbon dioxide.
Do you know what they're going to expel?
Oxygen.
Imagine doing all that.
Yeah.
And imagine saying, I'm not just going to have a sun sit in the sky, because some people might think that's boring. I'm going to give them sunrise and sunsets.
Yes.
I'm going to make it a thing of beauty. Every now and again, I'm going to make it rain. And when it rains, I'm not just going to make it rain. I'm going to give them rainbows.
Yes.
I'm going to give them rainbows.
Yes.
I'm going to get entertained.
I'm going to cause light to refract in such a way against the precipitation in the atmosphere that it causes rainbows.
I mean, come on.
I'm going to give them prisms.
I'm not just going to have winter where it gets cold. I'm going to change what water looks and feels like. I'm going to give you snow. Imagine doing all this and everything else, and then you get these people that say, oh, if everything goes well, I'm brilliant, me. And if it goes poorly, that God, I've got an issue with you. I've got a problem. You think, what? How does that work then? And then you get others that say, it's all luck, this. It's all luck. It all happened by accident. We're going to be worm food. What?
What?
And imagine being up there and thinking, really? Really? Every time you take a breath, you don't think of me? Every time you look at a sunset, you don't think of me?
Subhanallah.
And then when they do, not bitter.
Subhanallah.
Doesn't hold a grudge. What happens? Forgiveness.
Subhanallah.
Forgiveness. Brilliant.
Subhanallah.
It says, come to me. Come to me. I'll look after you. How long? Forever. How cool is that? I mean, come on. Come on. Love it. Love it. And I'm looking forward to the time when everybody else does too.
Alhamdulillah. That time will come. Yeah, all we have to do is tell them.
Yep.
Yeah, tell them. If you're out there and you've got this beautiful religion in your heart and in your mind, tell people.
Yes.
And you don't have to actually tell them.
No,
you can
just be great.
lead by example. Just be a nice person.
Smile. Be
and
nice.
Just
help
when people say, do you know what? How do you be you?
Yeah.
How do you do it? And just tell them.
Another quote.
Because I've got a lot in my life. That's how I do it.
I had another quote come through, and I'm going to expand this because it shouldn't always just be about money. But it said, if your financial means increases, don't just increase your standard of living, also increase your standard of giving.
Yes.
I thought, that's brilliant.
Yes.
But it doesn't just have to be money.
No.
You can give of your time.
Yes.
You can give of your personality.
Yes.
You can give of your humour.
Yes.
Of your charm, of your wit, of your personality, of your experience, of your expertise.
If you can't give material and physical
things
and financial
things, because then
give
that's
somebody
all people think about.
A smile.
Exactly.
It's not hard.
Exactly.
You know, that mouth on your face, just widen it and show a bit of teeth from time to time.
Yes.
From time to time.
Yes.
Do you know, we're the only animals on the planet that do that. When we show our teeth, it is a sign that we're happy. Every other animal on this planet, when it shows its teeth,
aggression.
You're in bother.
Yes.
You're going to get bit.
Yes.
But do you know, we are designed, the human face is designed that when it shows its teeth, it's showing a sign of happiness and delight and friendship and come closer.
Yes.
Yeah, just be like
attract
this.
rather than repel.
Just be
not
like
a warning.
This. Absolutely, subhanallah. So Allahu Akbar is giving us a sign here that a smile, and we have been told that a smile is a form of charity.
Absolutely.
So if you can't give in the way that people give and give and give, don't hold back on giving a smile.
I would rephrase that and say, you can.
You can.
I can't give. Yes, you can.
Yes, you can.
Yes, you can. Do you know what you can give?
You can just give a smile.
A smile.
Alhamdulillah.
Do you know what you can give?
Do you know
a hearty Assalamu alaikum.
Wa alaikum salam wa
To everybody that you
rahmatullahi
see.
wa barakatuh, with a big smile on your face. And if
you
do
can
that,
follow that with,
have you ever seen
good morning.
You know what I'm like with names? I'm so bad with
That's
names.
why we're all brother and sister.
So,
brilliant.
Yeah, brother.
It's brilliant.
Yeah, bro. Yes, sis.
Hey up, bro.
Oh, hey up, love. Everybody's love to me, you know.
Hey up, chick.
Including Saf.
I've still not figured out where Chick is.
Chick.
I
don't know.
I think it might be Nottingham, you know.
Because Pet is northeast.
That's
Love is Leeds for sure.
Yeah, Love is Leeds.
Yeah.
Duck is Sheffield moving down towards Chesterfield.
Yeah, okay.
Chesterfield is Duck.
So where's Chick?
Because you've got your Deedars and your Deedars and I can't remember, whatever.
Deedars
and Deedars. Sheffield is all D and I.
Is it Bilal Phillips? Is it?
Ooh, don't know.
Is right, there's a guy on Islam Channel.
Right.
Yeah. And you
just demonstrated how your proficiency with names again.
Constantly.
There's a guy. He's on Islam Channel.
Constantly.
Might be Ikra.
Constantly got a massive smile on his face.
Oh, brilliant.
To the extent where sometimes he can't get his word out because his smile is so big. And it's constantly on his face.
Yeah.
And I just love that man. I just love listening to him talk because if you close your eyes and listen, you know that he's got a massive smile on his face.
Yep.
If he was to phone you up
yep.
and just listening to his voice,
you know he's smiling.
And his words, you know that he's got a massive smile on his face. Alhamdulillah. And that's how we should all be. You know, we've been blessed with the perfection of a religion and a faith that we can follow. We've been blessed with somebody who was given the task of bringing us the rule book on this religion, from Allah through the angel Gabriel, but to our beloved Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, who was the only example of the perfect human being that's ever lived. And you know, he was. We've got that example. We've got it all in Hadith.
Yes.
We can read it. We can
down.
just. And you know what? It doesn't take a lot of effort just to follow some of that example.
And just some of it. Do all of it. Oh my God!
It's beyond anybody.
There's too much. There's too much. Then do two.
It's beyond anybody to do all of it.
Do two.
Because there was only one created like that, and that was him. It's beyond anybody to do all of it, but just do a few other things. Just try and do some of it. Alhamdulillah.
Now, talk about names.
Go on.
You're a little bit shambolic with names. Would you agree?
I'm hopeless.
Okay. How good are you with your own kids?
I get mixed up.
So do I. I am a nightmare. Honestly, I'm a nightmare. It's like Peter Kay did when he said his mum goes, Paul, Philip, Carla, Charlotte, Peter. With all the names. I've only got 3, and I'm a nightmare. You've only got 2, and it's just one of those. Eddie Murphy has just announced the sex of his latest child.
How many?
10.
Oh, man.
10.
Now,
I'm not making a judgment on having 10 kids. That's
fine.
That's up to you.
That's all very well.
Do as you do, and Allah. I just can't get my head around how do you do 10 names?
The names.
How would you ever get out of the house? It take a half hour to go through just to get the right one. Philip, Colin, Derek, Brian, God, Andrew, Adrian. How would you ever get anything done?
In the first 8 years of my life, there were only 3 boys in our house.
Right.
And then we had 23 boys. There was Paul, Robert, and me.
Yes. Yeah.
Paul, Robert,
and
me. Yeah, that's it. There were 3 of us.
PRA.
And my mum used to shout. Yeah, you know what it's like in a house with small kids, and the kids are just running amok all over the place. And all you want to do as a mother is keep everything tidy and keep everything in, and keep some kind of routine.
Yes,
so that everybody can just live the lives.
I've just put police down that toilet. You flushed it.
So when she was crying out for help, when she was screaming out for help, she used the phrase. A typical phrase would be, "Will anybody help me?" She used to use the phrase, "Will somebody help me?"
Yeah.
And in exasperation, she used to use the phrase, "Will nobody help me?" So Paul adopted the name of anybody. Rob got the name of somebody. And I got nobody. And they used to completely ignore everything that my mum used to say. It would always then default to, "Will nobody help?" And I got the job. So, this is why I'm so domesticated. This is why I can cook and clean.
Yes, I
can do all the household chores.
It's your default. It was your default setting.
It was my default setting, based on the fact that I had 2 brothers that did nothing.
Yes, somebody and anybody did nothing.
Somebody, anybody, and
nobody did everything.
Absolutely. Brilliant.
Can you imagine trying to remember 10?
10. Impossible.
Like I say, you'd never even get out of the house. Imagine naming 10.
I know.
How hard was it naming 2?
I know.
Our third was easy. We just stumbled across our third. It was easy. It's brilliant. But the first 2, nightmare. We literally went from A to Z. How would you name 10?
Actually did.
We did. How would you name 10? And then when you did, I say, how would you ever get out of the house? Colin, Philip, Bertie.
How do you remember that? I don't know.
Incredible.
I struggle with my own name sometimes.
Well, that's the other thing, yes. Especially given what we said before about different names.
Who am I today?
Who am I today? Oh.
Where's my mum?
Yeah.
All right.
Oh, brilliant.
No, I'm Yusuf today.
Brilliant.
Subhanallah.
Brilliant.
Happy days, eh? Happy days.